Welcome back, everybody, to our life energy update for the week 2nd of June 2019. My name is Yona Brindis. I'm a professional energy healer, and as always, I read out the collective energy field to be of assistance to those of you who are energetically sensitive, who are empaths, and who are experiencing things that are coming from your etheric energy body that are hard to explain and especially hard to talk about to other people. Yes and no. Meet your nemesis. What could this mean? All right, so as always, I'm giving these weeks a title, and I've just recorded the energy forecast for June a couple days ago. I talked about this in length here with the Sacred Self-Healing community. Meet your nemesis is pretty much what it is that represents the deeper meaning of what you're experiencing. This is not what you're going to be experiencing. What you're going to be experiencing is a week, as you can see here in the barometer, that is shown, not you guys on Instagram, sorry, is a week with extremely intense energies. And those of you who are energetically sensitive and perhaps don't even know what this means, or perhaps aren't even aware of it, guys, if you are having symptoms right now with panic attacks or severe dreaming, severe sort of outer worldly experiences, okay, then you need to understand that that is part of your system being triggered, your system being sort of forced to go into higher vibratory states. And I want to point out, guys, the reason why I want you guys to subscribe here to the YouTube channel, to Instagram, and to my email list is because this is what I have been doing over the past 10 years. I have been educating energetically sensitives and highly sensitive people and empaths and those who want to understand this better on what these mechanics are. I just posted a really, really important video yesterday called How to Shift Your Energy into Higher Vibes, step by step, guys. I'm explaining the energetic dynamics, the energetic mechanics involved in this. You won't find this anywhere else. So please, this helps me. I also want feedback from you guys, what it is that you want me to explain a little deeper. As you know, I do energy tips with every energy update, which is, the part here where people support me on Patreon, and therefore they get this like really in-depth energetic analysis. But really what we are looking at here for this next week, and I want to make sure that you all understand this, is something that I've been calling collective shadow clearing for many years, all right? So this is something that in order for us to evolve, and not even in a spiritual sense, but, in the sense that we can move forward and that we as a whole collective go into places where there is more unity, where there is more synergy between us. We have to face our shadows. We have to face the things that we don't want to see about ourselves. We have to do our homework. And this is why this is so crazy right now in the world, because the old paradigm, the old power structures, they're holding on to these rigid old systems, white-knuckled, okay? They're not willing to let go. And this week is going to be, I've used this word a lot here, foreshadowing, but it's going to be foreshadowing for what is going to go down next year in 2020. There is a massive energy download right now, and so those of you who are not aware yet of energetic mechanics and how your body metabolizes this, not just sort of the theoretical aspect of that, but distractions, disruptions, that's also part of this week coming in. If you don't know how to work with your own energy and you understand what is being triggered in you, okay, so purification is also a big theme for this next week. Let me just get past that, take a deep breath in, and just transcend the needed purification here of my immediate environment. All right. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so if you don't know what these things mean, what happens is that you're going to get triggered into your own nemesis. Your own nemesis may be something that you could call your own shadow. It's something that you don't love about yourself, that you can't really accept about yourself, that you know, project onto others. And so your worldview and the way you perceive things right now are very much going to be overwritten by all these triggers that are coming in from the outside. You need to learn how to respond rather than react. I actually wrote an article with this video that teaches you, you know, what is underneath that. Okay, so as this is all happening in the collective right now, little sort of light pockets are breaking open, and there's huge downloads coming in. So this is for those of you who are already aware that you are energetically sensitive, what you're feeling. You're feeling a disruption. It's like your crown chakra is you know, way too open. Why is that? This has something to do with one of these new age misconceptions, you know, where people think they have to direct their energy upwards and they have to project their light out. I want to let you guys know here from a professional energy healer standpoint that this is a huge mistake. It makes you become a sitting duck in the etheric. It makes you the shiny thing that all the dark forces are going to go for and want to latch on to. And this is part of the problem. This is part of your nemesis too. It's part of your spiritual arrogance too. To think just because you've read a few things, you know, that you know how the etheric mechanics work. No pun intended here. But this is very, very complex. If humanity would have had this all figured out, okay, we would be taught this in school. So this is where all this is going to go. But those of us here that come with this energetic sensitivity and that have that empathetic ability and the ability, even the ability to feel a resonance with people like myself, you know, the fact that you're here, that you're watching this, that you are finding me in this jungle of misinformation out there, okay, tells me that your true self is prompting you into a deeper understanding. Yes, and I have to say hello to everybody. Hi to Washington. Hi, Anita. See you guys, Louise, Cindy. It's so good to have you guys here. Please comment, please share how you are feeling. And as always, also let other people know what is helping you. In the energy tips, I'm going to, I always go through all the different layers of our energy body, okay? The physical, the emotional, the mental, the social, the spiritual, and the etheric, the energetic. And this is really important for you, that you can see the context of all of this and how this all comes together. Without this type of learning, guys, you are a sitting duck. So I need you to understand that what you are facing here, the anxiety, this feeling really disrupted in what it is that you're doing. Some people will relapse this week, and it's a really rough time for your relationships as well, because you're going to project all your stuff that you don't want to see about yourself, or that you cannot love about yourself, onto your partner, or onto the person, or onto the institution, or whomever you're dealing with. This is your nemesis. And the solution is to go into unity, to remind yourself that this is something, anything really, that rubs you the wrong way. All of your old baggage, all that is part of who you are. And as we need to go into unity as a whole to resolve, some of the environmental issues that are there, some of the economic issues that are there. And there's other really big issues besides just the rah-rah that is going on in the news. Okay, and that is learning how our children need to learn in the future, how we need to support mothers, how we need to support children in education, in healthcare, and those things. Those are humongous problems that are unresolved right now, because we are still hanging on to some of these old patriarchal power structures. And no offense, this has nothing to do with feminism. This has to do with emancipation. And emancipation means, that we all have to claim our powers back. We have to become aware of them, and we have to have the freedom to execute them, the freedom to choose. We already have that freedom anyway, but if the system suppresses that, it keeps us in a very low vibratory place where we are unable to express and to grow into our higher abilities. All right, and so these things that need to be resolved, regardless of what you've seen. I know it's really hard right now to not lose your faith. You're seeing things like the abortion laws that are coming up here in the United States. It's like Stone Age. It's like from 100 years ago. All right. All this is a desperate attempt to hold on to these old control mechanisms. All right. And this isn't going to last very long, guys. But whatever comes down here in June, will sort of set the pace. Okay, so all this is already on self-destruct. All that is going to go away, but it requires us. We are the consumers. We are the people who vote. Okay, to go in this inner place of unity. We can't go against the world and see other people as enemies. I understand as empath that you have somewhat of a reluctant attitude towards other people's energies, because you feel like they're like energetic vampires or narcissists or whatever. Well, you know what? Why don't you just look into the narcissistic aspect of your own ego for this week, okay? This will help you to transcend some of these things, and this will also allow you to see what is truly blocking you, because not wanting to go there means that you're going to be blind and you're not going to know what it is that is actually pulling you down. Now you can get better at energy management and learn how to shift your energy out of these low places, and this will help because it will give you confidence. All right, but until you are willing to really work with your stuff and do your homework and learn what it actually is that is pulling you into other people's dramas, and how to dodge that fear of not being good enough and judging yourself all the time, or judging others for that matter, okay? Until you learn how to work with energies that are all around you. Divine creation energies are all around you. Purification here for this next week. The easiest way to purify yourself is to go in nature and work with the elements. I don't know if this is true, but I read an article a couple of days ago where Ireland is now able to prescribe nature to people as a treatment. Okay, it's wonderful. This is exactly what we need to understand. And it is not really so much a theoretical thing, and it doesn't even have to be explained, because everybody can feel it. And this is where this goes, guys. You have to go into your feeling. Trying to figure things out, trying to reason things, trying to explain things is not going to do it. You're going to have to experience it firsthand. You're going to have to embody it and anchor it in your physical. Take care of your physical. Take care of your direct environment, like contamination and toxicity levels right around you, and constantly realign yourself to the expression of love and lovingness, and what your essence is, what is sacred to you, guys. And without that, if you keep focusing on how bad the world is and how bad other people are and how they're affecting your energy, sorry guys, you're gonna get stuck in your own nemesis. And for those of you who are interested, I looked this up, the definition of nemesis. Nemesis was a goddess of divine retribution and revenge, who would show her wrath to any human being that would commit hubris, arrogance before the gods, or narcissism. Now, there's no revenge or retaliation in that sense that we all get punished by God or a goddess, for that matter. But there is something like karma, and karma is what, basically comes back to us. Karma is a bitch, guys, and if you don't work on decoding this for yourself, what it actually means, all the things that you've done, all the seeming failures and wrong decisions, and you can't see through this, you can't find the meta way of that, then you'll never find out that you have been on the right path all along. There is no right or wrong. Everything that you have been doing so far has happened to you in order to show you what you need to transcend. Okay, so for this next week, guys, it's a tricky week. Pull your 7th chakra down. I'm going to explain this in the energy tips. I have a 7th chakra special. Learn how to shift your energy, especially for those of you who have a hard time speaking from the heart, who have a hard time in relationships to express themselves and to set boundaries. Yes, if you are energetically sensitive and you're going through the dark night of the soul and you haven't seen all kinds of things, know that it's real. But just because it's real doesn't mean it's true. You have to understand that there is a part in you that can regulate that. So don't go into this powerlessness. Dodge this fear. Go into your heart. Learn to breathe into your heart. There's another video that I posted here called I Am Breathing. It's a very sophisticated energy work modality, although it just uses the most simple thing that we can do, namely deep breathing, all right? And whatever it is that you experience as resistance next week needs to be transcended. On the outside, guys, lots of stuff is going to go on. Rage, people go on rage, people using stupid, harsh words. I talked about this temper tantrums. You can see this everywhere in the news right now. But a lot of accidents will happen here as a result of this, as a result of people getting really frazzled in their energy and becoming very, very fragmented. So you got to understand that, this energy, that download that is coming in, which is a good thing. It's an upgrade. Okay, it forces you to go into a higher bandwidth, basically, of your inner transcoder, but it will lead to massive disruptions in people and also on the planet, because we don't quite have the capacity to hold this yet. All right, the meaning of accidents, guys, is to pull the system, which could be you, which could be the collective, out of its rigidity. Okay, you just got to be really, really careful to not get pulled into dramas, especially your own dramas and other people's dramas. Keywords here: shadow work for you. Okay. Yes, also, guys, just so you know, because I know, and this is a problem I'm having as well, this often comes in times with when there's a lot of 7th chakra activity like there is right now. Headache time, okay? The whole entire month of June is going to be challenging for those of you who suffer from, temple headache, forehead. This is when info is coming in and when you are not metabolizing it correctly. So this whole sort of meta learning that I am making you aware of, and what we here at transCODES are specialized on, all right, this is something that I strongly, strongly recommend to everybody. As always, I round up the energy update with a giveaway, and this goes right in line, guys, with what I am recommending you for this next week. We have our energetic visioning and navigating intensive. That's a 3-day remote energy training intensive. So it's 3 energy sessions. They come with a guided transmissions. There's trance coaches and myself sitting on the other end, reading out your energy and supporting you by reflecting this back to you. There's a lot of etheric maneuvering techniques in there, a lot of sort of higher meta learning. So those of you who are interested, I'm giving away 2 tickets for next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's 1 session each day. You can do this from your home. And those of you who win, please give me your email so that you can get the instructions and the downloads and the forum link and all that. So 2 tickets for the etheric navigation and visioning intensive next week. And all you need to do is to type in, I want to learn how to navigate my etheric energy body. I want to learn how to navigate my etheric energy body. Wonderful. We already have 2 winners for this ticket. This is going to be a very popular one. I'm probably going to do this as giveaway next week in the energy update as well, to give other people a chance. So our 2 tickets are already gone. Stacy and Colleen, you are the winners here on Instagram. Sorry guys, come back next Thursday, please. Okay, I'm going to give more tickets away next Thursday because we still have time. It's on Friday. All right, so don't be disappointed here. How are you guys dealing with all of this? What is helping you? Please continue commenting. You can also sign up for a free energy coaching session with me where we can, develop something like a strategy for you. Whether you stay with me as an energy healer or not is irrelevant. What we do here at transCODES is kind of like a gym. We have, constant classes going on. We have gym times, if you will. We have a self-training course, and once in a while, actually only once a year, we do a workshop in person. Very recommendable. Right on with the summer solstice energies in Iceland this year. I can only tell you guys who are considering, to do something life-changing in your life, to come to Iceland for these 3 days of learning how to transcend your inner dualities, how to transcend your inner nemesis. But I understand that it's a big investment. Iceland is very expensive, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So please let everybody know how you are dealing, and come back next week. Subscribe to the video and share. Thank you, everyone. I love you, and I hope that you get through this time with really, really beautiful insights. Bye-bye.